Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the 4th of September today. I'm actually starting off with a brew for a change this morning. I can't believe we're in September already. I was in a store the other day, just recently, and they'd taken down all the summer camping tackle and everything, and was filling the shelves full of Halloween stuff, you know, the costumes and what have you. So as if they were saying that's it, summer's over. Well, actually, we're still due another warm week next week, possibly temperatures up here in the north of 23, Manchester 25. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Anyhow, I'm going to have this quick brew and then I'll show you what I've been up to and what I'm doing in September. So one of the things that I've been on with in the last few days is starting to harvest the apples. These are cider apples. This is variety Brown's apple. These are, I think they're 35 litre tubs. I've got some more just over here. We'll have a walk around. Also finished trimming this privet hedge. So these are a mixture of Browns, that's Browns here. This one, these are Harry Masters Jersey, and I think there's some Laxton's Fortune, so it's a bit of a mixed cider and dessert apple. And I showed you these cuttings. I mean, they are definitely growing, so that's great, and as I say, they'll probably be going out in a few weeks' time. I was checking the Damsons yesterday. They're almost there, but I think I'll leave them another week. I did see some for sale actually. We were in another town yesterday, about 20 miles away, and what they call live valley damsons were being sold for £2.50 a pound. I'm not quite sure what there will be, but there could be about £8 to £10 on this tree. So as I say, I'll leave those for another week, I think. All the fruit off the cordons has been harvested, and on these cider apple trees here, again the Browns have been picked. These are Dabinet, so they need probably to the end of the month before I pick those. And the Espaliers, again a mixture of Dabinet, Kingston Black. I'll just wait a while. Sweet peas are just about coming to an end now, but they've been really good. And they're continuing to pick blackberries. There are some issues, you know, sometimes the berries just don't form properly, or you get this kind of thing here. They don't set, the drupelets don't set properly, which I'm not sure, I think it's stamen blight or something like that. But it's given me enough fruit for what I need. And the onion racks, they're just about ready now, so I guess this next week I'll be stringing those. Still harvesting courgettes, so you can see some are looking the worse for wear now, so I'm probably going to pull those two out today. That's still giving me 3 plants, which is providing more than enough. I'm still giving them away, to be honest, the majority of them. This bed of Lolo Rosso, I'm happy to report, has pulled through, although I'd said at the time I didn't like planting lettuce in hot, dry weather, but if that's the weather, you haven't got any options. But I was watering them heavily every single day, and that has worked. They seem to have got established now. And the same goes with the Savoy Cabbage, although I didn't water them as heavily, but I have watered them, because, as I say, we've had no rain here at all for weeks now. But they're looking okay, in fact they're looking very good. And the second sowing of Monge 2, I'm going to take a pick in today. There's plenty of flowers on there, hopefully they'll keep going for 2 or 3 weeks. And the Pongo beans, you can see there's plenty on. So I did have a little harvest of those yesterday, but I'm in no hurry to sort of pick them all. I don't mind them. And the beauty of these beans is, you know, you let them get big, but there's no string. So they're the best bush bean anyway that I've ever come across. Thanks again to Bill and Val for sending me the seed, and I am going to be saving some seeds. That's the other thing I need to do today, is pull some of the older plants out to save the seeds. So these are a better example. You can see the different colour of the pod. So I will be pulling these out today from here, and so I'll put those in the greenhouse. The little half row radish have done really well. You can see that there. I think they're is it Cherry Bell? But they've been a little bit nibbled by slugs, but you know, doesn't bother me. And the rocket that I sowed, that's ready for harvesting now. That's doing okay, very well in fact. In the cold frame, that's a third sowing of Savoy Cabbage. And then as we're moving over, these are some multi-sown onions which I'm hoping to use as spring onions. And then we've got two lots of parsley to pot up. That's an asparagus, like a, what do you call it, a volunteer that I found and potted up. And here is my Overwintering lettuce, the Hill 2 and the Brune Diver. So some of those will be going out today, all being well. This is the second lot of Savoy Cabbage, and I've already lifted 3. You can see where the gap is there. They've done so well, they really have. Fantastic cabbages. January King 3. I'll be taking another couple of those today. The strawberry plants from Thompson Morgan, if you look at them now, you can see they're really vigorously growing. They're sending out some runners, which I'm going to pot those up. I think that was the variety Colossus. In the 8x10, I've had another big picking of the Crimson Crush. I'll just pan round here. Yesterday, but you'll see there's still plenty of fruit on. In fact, I've got another load of those slow roasted tomatoes in the oven now as we speak. And a bit of a surprise on the heritage varieties. This one here, you can see it actually turns out to be a kind of yellow one. And just bring it up there, it's actually quite a big. Difficult to get the camera in out of the foliage, but it's actually quite a big tomato. The flavour's, I would say, average. It's nothing special, but nice to have a mix of colour. And then this bad boy here, I don't know, I might have a weigh in with that one. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near a pound. It might be half a pound, but it's worth having a. I think that's. I'll probably take that today. And in the 8x6, you'll see that there's still plenty of fruit on there. These are the stew peas. There's plenty on there. I've been thinning some of the leaves, the bottom from the bell peppers. Also with a better shot there. If I just pan round to this plant here. Those are fantastic. I'm so chuffed with those. Anyway, I'm going to, hopefully they'll ripen, they'll go red. They did last year, and I found a bag full of frozen ones I did. I thought we'd use them all, but I've still got a bag full left, so happy days, eh? So one of the jobs I want to get done this morning is my purple sprouting broccoli. You can see that I've put some metal line pins in here, and look down here, if you see this wire. So it's kind of staking them really, because I've learnt since a couple of years ago they kept getting snapped off in winter gales because they're so top heavy. You know, these are large plants. So last year I staked them and I didn't lose any at all, I don't think. So I've got another, I think there's 4 in that bed, there's 3 in this bed, so I'll just spin you around. I've got some quite heavy duty wire. This is this plastic coated sort of garden wire, and I'm just going to go and tie the rest of these in. There we go. So that should, as I say, hopefully prevent them from being, what they tend to do, you get a real gale or something and they snap off around here somewhere, you know, so hopefully that should prevent that now. Tidied them up a wee bit as well. I like purple sprouting broccoli. That's it. So I just hung them in a bunch really on that wire, so they're heading in the right direction anyway. What I'll do now is I'll just clean this bed up a wee bit, and as I said, I'm going to plant some of the overwintering lettuce, so I've got them soaking from underneath in a little plastic tray here with water in, and that'll just help when we come to transplant them. And I think also I'm probably going to sow another succession, a little half row of radishes as well. They should make up in time. Radio, there we are, those are the hilt 2 there. So as always, I'm just going to give them a good watering in. Got a fine rose, well, fairly fine. It's not the finest one you can get, but it'll work well for these seedlings. I don't normally video myself sowing seeds, but just in case there's anybody out there who's new to the world of gardening, sowing some radish, they're dead easy. I said before it was cherry bell. They're not, it's Scarlet Globe, but very nice. So all you do, just take out, I've just got an old knife here, just take out a fairly shallow drill, and then you just want to water the bottom of the drill, especially when it's been so dry as it has here, so that the seed is going to actually sit on some moist soil. So give it a good soaking. You can see it's just absolutely being soaked up there. Okay, that should do. You get a lot of seed for £1.25. I mean, that's probably going to be more than enough. And just try and sow them a little bit apart if you can. Doesn't really matter, you can thin them out. Just a few more and that'll do. It's hard doing this with one hand, isn't it? Save those for another sowing. And just basically, yeah, just cover them over. That's it. And then just, I'm going to water the top again. Here's the carrot frame. It's time we see what's underneath the ground, eh? This is variety Autumn King 2. Notice I've had 1 or 2, well, about 3 gone to seed, and I can only put that down to the dry weather and the fact that I've neglected to water them, to be honest. But anyway, I'll just move this camera in a wee bit more. Oh. A forked one, doesn't matter. Still be edible. Down here a wee bit. Another one that's sort of forked. We'll find another one. Well, I decided to cut the tops off, and you can see there's carrots there. Whether they're all split, who knows, but at least we've got something anyway. So guys, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to wrap this video up now. I'm going to just spin the camera around in a second to show you what I'm taking home for the harvest today. And just like to say, if you've enjoyed the content, then don't forget to smash the like button for me. hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Okay, so here we go. We've got a couple of nice heads of Savoy Cabbage. That was an accidental harvest because a branch snapped, so I thought I might as well take those bell peppers. The stew peas, cherry tomatoes, first picking of the second sowing of Monch 2, some nice beetroots, the wonky carrots, Pongo beans, the I forgot the name again now. No. Anyway, the radishes there, they're not cherry bell, whatever they were, Scarlet Globe, I think that's it. And finally a nice little bowl of blackberries.